Hello, in this short video, I'm going to introduce you to Padlet. My name is Sarah Mikulski and I am the Call Lab and Resource Coordinator here in the ESL department at Harper College. So what is Padlet? Let's take a closer look. This is a wall I created in Padlet, explaining how to use Padlet to engage tech-savvy students. You will have access to this wall, as well as this video, through our ESL faculty resource site on Blackboard. So the first step to understanding Padlet is to visit a link to a wall I created for a Writing 5 class. This is a wall I created so that students could post sentences for a conclusion. We were practicing with types of sentences for conclusions. And I created this wall with the background, the title Sentences for Conclusions, and posted this prompt. Please write a sentence for a conclusion for an essay with this thesis. Divorce affects 3 areas of family life: finances, time spent with kids, and housing. Then students who were working in pairs wrote a sentence, not an entire conclusion, just a sentence for a conclusion, and posted it here so we could see a sample of the kinds of things you might find in a good conclusion. Then I wrote a comment on their sentences. Now let's visit an official Padlet sample education wall. This was developed by an English teacher, and this is the wall that I first discovered last year that made me think, wow, this could be a great tool for our students to use. On this wall, the teacher created the prompt, make a sentence with this word, fascinate, and post it here. Remember to put your name on the post. And then students posted their sentences using the word fascinate. Here the teacher, Mr. Shaw, commented when he felt that the students needed to revise. Now let's visit a link to experience what it's like as a student to post on a Padlet page. Here's a wall I created for people to experience Padlet. You can come here if you'd like and try it out as well later on. So all you do is double-click on the wall, type your name, press enter, write a comment. Click somewhere else and your comment is posted. Meanwhile, someone else could be on another computer typing their name and writing their own comment. You can move your comment around, but you can't move other people's comments around. So how do you create one of these Padlet walls? Step 4 sends you to how to build a wall in Padlet, 4 simple steps. First, you need to go to padlet.com, sign up, and then create something new. Your wall will appear and you click Modify. These directions are here for your reference later on, but now let's try it. I'm going to go to padlet.com and sign up as a new user. So you can sign up for an account here or click Sign Up here. All you need to do is enter an email and a password, and click Sign Up. Then you can enter a name if you wish, but you don't have to. You can skip this step. Then you'll come to the dashboard, which allows you to access the Padlets you've created, and you'll find this plus symbol, Add Something New, in the upper right-hand corner. Click on that. It'll give you the choice to create something new. Click on New Padlet. And now you have a wall. It doesn't look like much yet, so it helps to click on Modify Wall. You can enter title. I'll call this Sample Wall. A description, exercise in building a wall, and I'll use a clock to remind you how quick it is to build a wall. Let's for a wallpaper. There are many choices since we're talking about walls. I'll use brick. For layout, you can choose freeform, where people can post anywhere, stream, so they're posted one below another, or grid. I'll try grid for this one. Privacy. The default is usually best for classroom activities. It's a hidden link, so there's a public link, but it will be hidden from Google and other public areas. And can write. If you do not want students to post, you just want them to read something, you can change the setting to can view. I'm going to leave it with the default. This cog-shaped button is how you get back to this modification area. If you want to receive an email, if when students post on a wall that you've created, you can check send me an email. And if you'd like, you can rename your Padlet wall. Right now this is TGM2429TLLM. So I'm going to rename this to sample wall, and it will tell you if it's available, and I can click pick, and now the wall has an easier name for people to type in. And if you want to delete the wall, click on delete. It will ask you to confirm, so do not worry. So I'm going to say no. So now we have a wall, and it's done. I can post on it. Students can post on it. It is so fast to create a wall once you are familiar with the process that if an opportunity comes up when you are in a lab with students for students to share ideas about a topic or sentences, it does not have to be prepared in advance because you can create it in about 30 seconds while students are still working on a pair activity. So now that we know how to create a wall, let's think about why we should use these walls. What can we do with them? On step 5, you can visit a wall I created with tips and ideas. A couple of tips. You don't have to worry about saving work. It saves automatically. This is one of the reasons it's so user-friendly. However, you do have to think about which browser you use. Padlet works better with Mozilla Firefox. Sometimes it just does not work well with Internet Explorer. One danger is anonymity. If students don't write their names, they can post something publicly without a teacher being able to identify who wrote it. So use it wisely, only with classes that you trust not to abuse this anonymity. For example, here's that wall I created with students. You'll notice that one student posted hello, did not post their name. And when I said please write a sentence, one student wrote no. So ideas. You could use these walls for a reading class. They're great for vocabulary practice. You can create a wall for each word, just as Mr. Shaw had done. For writing, Padlet walls are great for sentence level activities. Give a transition, anything you want students to practice. It gives you a great informal assessment moment when all the students are posting and you can see if they know how to use these transitions or if they need more work. Correlative conjunctions are great for this. Often they cannot use those correctly, so that's a fun challenge to do with a Padlet wall. They're also good for conversation, for practicing with idioms or functions, grammar to practice with a tense or a modal, or a pronoun type, for example, reflexive pronouns. And finally, for any sort of informal feedback and assessment, you could even take a quick vote of topics students want to review. Ask them to post 2 topics they want to review. Finally, let's visit some Padlet walls faculty in our department have created to see what they did. These are some shout-outs because they're really great wall ideas that colleagues have contributed. Joyce, our co-chair, has created a grammar review hub. This is a wall with links to other walls to help students review in Grammar 4. So they would click on each one and post. For example, use still in a sentence. Write a question using past progressive. Eric, our ESL supervisor, has used Padlet with his Writing 5 class to practice types of sentences. So he created a board for compound sentences, complex sentences with subordinating conjunctions, complex sentences with adjective or relative clauses, and a board for combining sentences with appositives. Mary Cerruti, an adjunct, has used Padlet often with her writing classes to practice brainstorming. Here she asks students to write a thesis statement with a predictor about success in learning a second language. And here she asks them to write a concluding sentence. I hope that this presentation gave you some ideas on how to use Padlet for your class, whatever class you're teaching. As always, I'm happy to help you if you have any questions about how to use it. This is a great way to utilize the Language Lab, F309, or because you can easily put the web links in Blackboard, you can give it as homework as well. Please stop by F342, visit us in the lab if you have any questions. Thank you.